Hello everyone, Matteo from the Hub World here with another video game collection update. This is the stuff that I've been picking up for my collection, I believe from the summer until literally yesterday actually, as the day of the recording. This will be the fall update. I know we're into December already, but the next one I'll probably do will be in the new year after Boxing Day. A couple big things coming in the mail between now and then, and as well there's a couple big stores around here that have Boxing Day deals. Remember, please, if you enjoy these videos, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the Hub World for more game hauls. So without further ado, I think we're going to start with the Xbox, actually, believe it or not. I guess we'll go in chronological order, starting with the Xbox 360. So as you all know, I believe since the most recent update I did, it was announced that the Xbox 360 marketplace is going to be shutting down in the coming months. Actually, I think it's next summer or something like that. So I've been fleshing out my Xbox 360 collection. These games are not actually available to get on the 360s currently. They've been delisted, but who knows with Microsoft buying Activision. I have Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2. I used to own this exact version of Ultimate Alliance 1, which is the Forza Motorsport 2 bundle, with our Gino and I's original Xbox 360 that red ringed, and when we returned the system to get a new one, we had to bring back the game with it. So I finally replaced that in my collection. And then the more obscure, I guess, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2. I really like both of these games. Played both of them with Jules and Riley way back when. But they're awesome beat-em-ups. I want to get Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 for Switch. That'll probably be something I get in the future. But yeah, these are awesome games. I'm really happy that the series came back. And yeah, really excited to be adding these to my collection. Both of them are amazing games. Oh, I forgot. I'm going to be including the prices of these on pricecharter.com in Canadian dollars in the corner. So Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2. Also, for the Xbox 360, a couple games made by my favorite company, Rare. First of all, I have Viva Pinata Trouble in Paradise. This is the not-for-resale version. This, I think, was a bundled copy of the game. Like, it came in a bundled system. This is the sequel. I have this on Rare Replay, but just to have the physical version of it in my collection is really nice. I actually don't own the original Viva Pinata, so I might pick that up eventually. Yeah, like, this is one that will be delisted, but there's still avenues to buy the game. So yeah, this is a really good game. I prefer it over the original Viva Pinata because I've played both through Rare Replay. But yeah, Viva Pinata Trouble in Paradise. And then I got Perfect Dark Zero's Limited Collector's Edition. This is complete, but it's just a real hassle to open. It's, as you can tell by here, it's a bit bubbled, like the plastic's bubbled. Like a lot of Xbox 360 games like Gears of War's Collector's Edition, this one, Halo Wars, like they have this like plastic sleeve on here, and the sleeve does not age very well. Like it bubbles, it scratches easily. It like the price tag was on here. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but the price tag sort of like discolored the plastic as well, even up here too. So yeah, this is not a great game. It was a launch title for the 360, really anticipated game. There's a new Perfect Dark on the way. Hopefully that's better than this. Crystal Dynamics is making that one, and I have a lot of faith in that project. But yeah, this was really cheap. I think I paid $5 for it. And it's just like it's an oddity, honestly. Like, I never knew it existed until I saw it. Keeping going with the Xbox 360, I have another oddity sort of in Microsoft's library is Lost Odyssey for the Xbox 360. This is an exclusive first-party JRPG, and it's a 3-disc game, actually 4-disc game, because I forgot there's that. But yeah, very few Xbox 360 games actually have this 3-disc case. Mine's a little damaged, as you can see. Where is it here? Right here. I need to replace the case because like the plastic lifts up. But yeah, this is going up in price, even though you can get it digitally on modern Xbox systems. It's really cool to have. I've never played it before, but I've heard great things about it. It's just so convenient now not having to play it physically, because you don't need to put all these discs in when you need to change them. You can just download it digitally and then just play through the game in one seamless experience. But yeah, Lost Odyssey, really excited to add that to my collection. And then I have a game that's actually going up in price steadily right now, the Orange Box. This is the compilation, obviously, of Portal, Team Fortress 2, and Half-Life 2 Episode 2. It is complete. The cover's a little bit faded here, but what can you do, right? Like, I got this at a thrift store for $2. It's, you know, people talk highly about Half-Life and TF2. I've actually recently played Portal, I think it was last year, and I beat it for the very first time and really enjoyed it. I think Portal 2 is better, but still, this is a really cool collection to have on 360. I don't know if this is available digitally or not, but regardless, it will not be available once the store is shut down. And then lastly, I got Red Dead Redemption for Xbox 360. Not to play it on 360, but to play it on Xbox Series X, because this game is enhanced on Series X. 60 frames a second, you know, and it's pure glory. It's the definitive way to play this game. The Switch version came out recently, wasn't that great, but like for $7, I think you can buy this digitally on Xbox and just play it in this enhanced mode. And I don't need to pay money for it because I got this, because it's backwards compatible. This will not be delisted because it is available digitally on Xbox Series consoles. So that is that. These are the 360 games that I've added to my collection, but the Xbox portion of this video is not done. So I'm going to take these out and get the Xbox Series X and Xbox One games. So I'll be right back. Alrighty. Time for Xbox Series X and Xbox One. A few of the games here are, I don't want to say Grail games, because Grail games are something that like really should deserve that title, not just because they're hard to find, but also because they're really valuable. But in my case, I have been unable to find these two games in particular for a really long time. First of all, a game that actually got a physical release during the Series X lifespan, so within the last 3 years. I think it actually was earlier this year or last year, but Hades. I tried finding this locally at GameStops used, could not find it. I actually got it on Amazon, believe it or not, on a clearance. So I didn't pay full price for this. It wasn't a fully priced game to begin with, but Hades was my game of the year a few years ago. I think it came out in 2020. It was just an right here. 2020 Game Awards from IGN. And it's just an incredible roguelike. Like, I'm not really that big of a fan of roguelikes, but for whatever reason, just the world of Hades really drew me in. I played this on Game Pass when it came out on there, but it was been delisted, so I was looking to buy it physically for a really long time, and I just did not want to pay full price for it. But yeah, this is such an incredible game. Regardless of what system you own, play it. It's such a fantastic game. You will not regret it. So Hades is there. And then also, what type of Banjo-Kazooie fan would I be if I didn't own the spiritual successor? I have Yooka-Laylee digitally, and for years I'm like, I should probably get it physically. But I'm telling you, when I say years, I mean years. Like, the last 3 years I've been looking for Yooka-Laylee. And Gino and I just randomly went to a used game store to look for another game on this list that I have a story for. But while I was there, thinking I struck out looking for that other game, Gino's like, holy smokes, Matteo, and just shows me a physical copy of Yooka-Laylee for Xbox One. I backed this game on Kickstarter when it came out. I'm higher on it than most people are. Like, I can really appreciate the stuff this game does right. I actually replayed it recently, and it holds up, at least to what I remember it being. Like, it's not like an incredible game. Like, I would obviously play Banjo-Kazooie and Tooie over it, but like, for what it's worth, Yooka-Laylee's still a really fun game. And yeah, I'm just so relieved to finally have this, because I have a feeling one day it's going to really go up in price. Like, this is one of those games that's not that expensive, but it's hard to find. Like, I've seen PlayStation versions in the wild, but I don't want to own it on PlayStation. I want to either own it on Nintendo or Xbox, because that's where it really is at home for me. So I found it on Xbox. I'm really happy with that. Maybe one day, if I can find it cheap, I'd get the Switch version, but that's probably not going to happen. So anyways, Yooka-Laylee. And then a game that I got actually the same day I got Perfect Dark Zero, Cyberpunk 2077. Finally picked it up because it was on sale when I got it. I only paid, I think, $20 for it. It was cheaper to buy a used copy at a local game store than it was to buy the game digitally, even on sale. And by owning the physical copy, you can get the digital upgrade for free. So it's an Xbox One copy, but I upgraded it to the Series X copy digitally. So, and the game's been fixed. I played it. I've really enjoyed it, but there's so many new games coming out. So I have to go back to it. But yeah, it's a little damaged, like, but I think just replacing the case can fix that. Like, I can just put the sleeve under a heavy book and then just replace the case with like a Assassin's Creed or a sports game or something like that. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to going back to this. So pick that up. And then for sort of Black Friday deals, I guess I'll kind of like encompass all of the rest of these in here. First of all, a local store in my area that carries video games was liquidating their old stock to get new stuff in for the holidays. And they were clearing out Xbox, Switch, PlayStation games. Unfortunately, when I found out about it, all the good Switch stuff was taken. But there was a few Xbox stuff, literally, for $2. I paid $2 each for these games, brand new. I got Soul Calibur 6 and Puyo Puyo Tetris 2. I don't really plan on playing these, but like for $2, how can you go wrong? Like, I'm more probably likely to play Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 because I really love Tetris, so I'll play this more likely than Soul Calibur. But like, hey, brand new sealed copies of games for $2, like, how can you go wrong? I don't have much else to say. I have other friends who really cleaned house in these stores. He went to like all the different locations in the city that I live in and just cleared them out. I went to 2 different ones, and sure enough, I found some stuff. And then just lastly, quickly, like, these are all really like newer games. But yeah, for Black Friday, I picked up Assassin's Creed Mirage. I already beat this game. I really enjoyed it. I picked up Sonic Superstars, which I'm in the middle of playing right now. It's alright. Like, 2D Sonic, like, it's not as good as Sonic Mania or Sonic 3 or Sonic 2, but like, maybe by the time I've done it, I might say it's better than CD. I don't know, but like, at least I'm playing single player. I heard the multiplayer is a little rough, so I'm having a better experience than some people I know. And then finally, and speaking of Sonic, I got Sonic Origins Plus for Xbox. So now I guess I just have to get Sonic Mania. Funny enough, last video for the game haul was the first one that I've done in the entire series where there's no new Sonic game that I added, and now I've added 2. And spoiler alert, I got more Sonic to come. So that wraps up our very long Xbox sort of portion of this video for the Xbox family of systems. So I'm going to put these away and just quickly get on to other ones. So I'll be right back. Alright, for PlayStation, just quickly, I picked up 2 games for PlayStation. Obviously, Spider-Man is the big new release. I already beat this game. Thoroughly enjoyed it. You're going to hear a lot about Spider-Man in our Game of the Year discussion. Spoiler. Not just for me, but for everybody. Like, this is a Game of the Year front runner. And then Jules actually gave me Persona 5 Strikers. It's the Musou game. It's in Persona world. I didn't get much time to play this game because I started playing it like a few days before Spider-Man and Mario Wonder came out, so it's shelved. I don't know if I'm going to get to it by the end of the year. Obviously, it's an older game, but like, also Persona 5 Tactica came out, and I'm really want to play that, so I might play Tactica, and then I'll play Strikers after that, but like, yeah. So these are the only 2 PlayStation games I got. I'm just going to quickly move on from those. Now for GameCube, I actually did pick up a GameCube game. Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. Very, very, very nostalgic game for me and Gino, and for Adriano also. Like, this game was seen as, back in the day, as like the more gritty version of Ocarina of Time. We actually rented this from Blockbuster back in the day. It's complete. I got this, I think, for $10. The Sands of Time remake is allegedly still coming out. Apparently it passed a major development milestone recently, but I'll kind of believe that game when I see it. In the meantime, I got Sands of Time finally, and I actually really look forward to playing this. It's one of those games that I've been meaning to get for a long time, and just the price wasn't right, so now I finally got a complete in-box copy. I will be playing this soon. So that's the one and only game I am adding to my GameCube collection. Onto the Nintendo Switch. And obviously, just very, very quickly, the 4 most recent exclusive, like, first-party games that came out. We got Pikmin 1 and 2, Mario Wonder, WarioWare Move It, and Mario RPG. We're going to probably talk more about Mario Wonder and Mario RPG in the Game of the Year. Pikmin 1 and 2, I mean, I own these games on GameCube. I've played them. I love them. I just wanted to have them on Switch. And then WarioWare Move It, not like that big of a fan of WarioWare, but because of Game & Wario for Wii U, I've been traumatized but to not own WarioWare games when they come out. So I had some Amazon credit that I just put towards that. It's already a discounted game to begin with, but yeah, these are just obviously the more recent additions. And then as pre-order bonuses that came with, I got Mario Wonder came with a Elephant Mario keychain, and then Mario RPG came with a pin set with our favorite characters, Mario, Peach, Bowser, and Mallow. So anyways, those are there. And then I actually picked up 4 older Switch games that I've been meaning to get for a while. Ring Fit Adventure was being liquidated at a store in my area. I got this, I think it was for $40. Got this with the very big ring con that I'm not going to be able to fit on screen, but I've actually been playing it. It's kind of fun. And then 3 really, really difficult games for me to find locally, like impossible. So I had to go resort to online. I got these 3 games here. My friends know that I have been tracking these games for a very long time. We got Yooka-Laylee in the Impossible Lair. More to come on that game later, very, very shortly, so stay tuned to the next episode of the Hub World podcast. Pokemon Rescue Team DX and Cadence of Hyrule. These games, I own Cadence of Hyrule digitally, but obviously for Zelda Collector, I needed this game. And then I own Yooka-Laylee Impossible Lair on Xbox, and I've been itching to play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I love this game. I have Blue Rescue Team on DS. It was one of my favorite games growing up. And this is the the remake of it, actually. And I've started playing it, and it's just a trip down memory lane. It's just such a fun game, recruiting Pokemon. And the story of becoming a Pokemon, I think, is really cool. I get to play as my favorite Pokemon, Trico, and my other favorite Pokemon, Totodile, is my buddy. So, yeah, these 3 games, really hard to find locally, but they're all going up there in price. I'll just put the prices here, just above the games very quickly so everyone can see how much they're worth. But yeah, awesome games. I highly recommend all 3. So that is it for Nintendo Switch. And now we're going to move on to Nintendo sort of collectibles. This was something that a friend of the show got from his Japan trip. It's a little box, and inside this box would have been keychains for literally every character. So we had Link, Villager Isabelle, Inkling, Mario, Inkling Boy, Lakitu, Luigi, Peach, and Yoshi. So all of our friends got one of these. I asked for the box because obviously I can't throw away Nintendo cardboard, but inside these are these little cute keychains. The first one here was the one I got, which was Luigi. Obviously, love Luigi. And then this is Gino's. I'm just showing it in the video because he said, yeah, why not? Just do it. Gino got the Villager and Isabelle. So Sarah got Link. She was very happy about that. Yeah, these are actually really cool keychains. And they're like sort of like soft plastic, so they're pretty durable. Anyways, Just going to clear this out of the way quickly. And then for amiibos, big amiibos came out lately. We have the final 2 Tears of the Kingdom amiibos with Zelda and Ganondorf. Ganondorf is on this really wide base, but like the detail on him is really cool. The sword is really awesome. Even like the ground is like, it's like a very, it actually looks like limestone or whatever. It's very well textured. And yeah, these amiibos get better and better. The Zelda one is not that great because she's like elevated on this weird stand. And the Master Sword is very, very, very delicate. So like you have to be very careful with it. Not as much detail on her as Ganondorf. But then the big amiibo, literally the big amiibo. I got Big Man. I do not like Shiver and whatever her name is, Pyre. But Big Man is like by far my favorite character in Splatoon. Like in all the games, I love Big Man. He's made of this like very shiny, bendable plastic that's really, really cool. And he's massive. Like look at him to Zelda for scale, right? Like he's huge. He actually had to be tied down in his box. That's how big he was. It was in a massive box. So these are the 3 most recent amiibos. I don't think, like, if I record next episode in the new year in, like, January or February, I don't think there'd be any new amiibos coming out. I think the next big one coming out is Sora, but there's still no release date for it. But, yeah, really happy to be adding these to my collection. A random game. I said there was going to be more Sonic. And I actually bought my very first Sega Genesis game. I got this on clearance at a used game store. This is from a Sega Genesis bundle. And, yes, it is complete. I had to really clean this box, and even at that, like some of the stuff, I got like, I don't know how I'm gonna get this ripped sticker off, but yeah, it's got the hang tab. Like, I love Sonic 2. I've been meaning to add Sonic 2 to my collection because I want to get the Genesis version of Sonic 1, 2, and 3. I finally got 2, but yeah, classic old school game. One of the greatest 2D platformers of all time, in my opinion. I love Sonic 2. So next up, I got a bunch of Nintendo powers, actually, since my last video, from a whole bunch of different eras. Like, I got 10 of them here. It's a big stack, right? So I got Mario Galaxy 2. This one's actually worth a lot of money. Kingdom Hearts, crazy title, 358 over 2 days. No More Heroes. Soul Calibur Legends. Sonic and the Secret Rings. I love this artwork for Sonic. So that was the Wii era. Then I got GameCube era, Spider-Man, NBA Courtside 2002, and we're gonna go into the Super Nintendo era now, because I have most of the N64 era. We have what game is this? Weapon Lord. Never heard of this game before. It's just one I didn't have from that era. And then lastly, Ken Griffey Jr. Major League Baseball. This one's also worth a little bit of money too. So I might do something with my Nintendo powers one day. I really have, I think, must have about 2/3 of the run. I don't have the really like big ones like the first and last issue, but yeah, owning Nintendo powers is like, I remember going to the library, renting them out, and just reading them like cover to cover. I love them. So if that's something people will be interested in me just showing them, because like there's a lot of cool Nintendo history and artwork and stuff in these books. So yeah, maybe I'd do something with them one day. The last additions to the collection this week are DS and 3DS. And what do I say every episode? Why do I do this? 3DS isn't so bad, so it's just one game. I got Fire Emblem Warriors for new Nintendo 3DS. This game is just not great. I think it's not a surprise. It's the most generic Warriors game, in my opinion, of the Fire Emblem or Hyrule Warriors series. I don't even remember the names of the protagonists because I played this on Switch, but it doesn't run well even on new 3DS, but I just needed to have it to my collection. It wasn't that expensive. I think I only paid $10 for it. So yeah, Fire Emblem Warriors. And then for the DS, I got 3 heavy hitters. Just continuing on Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon. This is a remake of the original Fire Emblem starring Marth. It was the first time that this game was released in North America. And it was a really expensive game for a long time. It's actually gone down in price lately for whatever reason. Gino and I bought this at a used game store in our area for 80 bucks. That's actually really good. It's complete in box. It has the manual, the Club Nintendo insert. The game is here. It works. I'm actually in the middle of playing it on Wii U because I actually bought it digitally on Wii U when the eShop shut down. But I'd be really happy to actually just start over and play it on DS because this is the system it was made for. So Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon, great game. The last two games I've added for DS, I actually got cases for these recently. I bought the carts at a thrift store a long time ago in like a bulk bag full of DS games. And that was Pokemon Platinum and Pokemon Black 2. And then I got the boxes and manuals for these games loose over the years, and I finally just was able to complete them. Like, very similar to the last episode, how I did that with Soul Silver. Soul Silver was one of the carts I got in that bundle a long time ago, and I was able to just finally finish these off. I'm probably going to sell these one day to put the money towards something I really want, because especially Black 2. I think this is, off the top of my head, I think it's pushing $200, and Platinum I think is around $150. Obviously the prices will be in the corners, but yeah, these are two grails. Even Shadow Dragon's a grail, I would consider it. So like, these two are really sought after DS games, and I'm just so happy to have duplicates of them. And like, Pokemon on DS, I feel bad for collectors that are starting now, because if you weren't buying the games when they first came out or when they were at their lowest in price, I really feel bad, because like, they're just booming. So there's like no, like, they've never went down in price, especially Gen 5. So anyways, those are the final games I have added to my collection this time around. So remember, everyone, if you enjoy this series of me buying all these old games and showing them off to you, remember, please like and subscribe to the Hub World for more videos like this. The Hub World podcast, like I teased with when talking about ukulele, there will be a return of a beloved series, the Essentials. So we are going to be doing a 2D platformer Essentials. We're deviating from consoles. We're going into genres now. So that will be the next episode of the Hub World podcast. Also, stay tuned. We will be doing our own game awards like we do every year, so stay tuned for that as well. So anyways, everyone, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.